Hi Jammers, it's Ostrumux AJ and I'm back with a brand new video, so let's go ahead and get into it. Enjoy! So for the topic of today's video, it's a bit different, but before we get into that, I just want to quickly apologize for using a voice filter for the past few days. I would say I changed the pitch on it. My voice sounded absolutely terrible because I came down with a tiny cold. I did not have the coronavirus. Don't worry, I'm completely healthy and fine now. Anyways, so in today's video, I want to go over a little subject that's kind of been resurfacing, I guess you could say, around Animal Jam, and I've noticed more and more of it in this year during quarantine. And yeah, during quarantine, many people are going to start playing Animal Jam even more, which means we have more issues like these that need to be gone over. So in today's video, I'm just going to be explaining a little tiny issue that's been resurfacing. So you might be wondering, what is this issue? Well, today we're going to be talking about tradebacks. So yes, as Animal Jam's community has grown even more and more, there's going to be a lot more trading, and the trade feature has been around since about mid-beta, so it's expected that people are going to use this trade system, I guess you could say. But lately, there has been a problem that happened many years back, I guess you could say, or a couple to a few years back. And yes, I know that many people have addressed this issue in the past, such as a YouTuber I used to watch named Juniperberry AJ, but unfortunately, most YouTubers like herself have left the community, and they don't have those videos on their channel anymore to kind of explain that. And those videos are what helped me personally. So in today's video, I wanted to make a video for you guys to help you like they helped me. So again, we're going to be talking and addressing about tradebacks. So as many of you know, the trade system allows you to now trade about 24 items, as well as exchange items with other jammers, and just trade items in general, I guess you could say. So along with this trade system, there are many decisions to be made, and there's many worths, I guess you could say, now in the game. For example, maybe a white bow tie is rarer than an in-store item because there are set worths for things now. So, there are many decisions, like I said, and it's whether or not you want to trade this item. You have the choice of declining or accepting a trade. And that's basically the whole, I guess, premises of the whole thing. Like, that's how the trade system works. So, with that, there's also many questionable trades. Maybe a trade where you really like the items, but you're not sure on the worths in the game. So that's where everything gets a little bit sticky, I guess you could say. That's where we get into this situation that I'm about to address. So with these sticky situations, there is kind of a different situation for each one. So I'm going to be going over the first one. So the first situation we're going to be going over is kind of going to be like the types of tradebacks, I guess you could say. So the first type of tradebacks is a fair tradeback. So a fair tradeback is when there are two jammers and they have a trade. Now, both of them aren't really sure on the trade, and beforehand you agree on something called tradebacks before you exchange these items. Now, tradebacks can be for, let's say, 2 weeks. Basically, what 2-week tradebacks mean is you have this time period where you're not allowed to trade the items, so that both of you guys can still trade back whenever someone might want their items back. So, if it's a fair tradeback, both of the people that are exchanging the items will be respectful of the trade back time period, and they will also trade back if one of them asks to. So this is a fair and safe trade back, but always make sure you're doing it with a trusted jammer. The second one I want to go over is kind of unfair trade backs. This is when somebody kind of tricks you into doing the trade back, and it's really to get the trade that they want, and they say that they'll trade back with you, but in the end, they don't. So this is, again, going back under the you need to trade with people who are trusted if you're going to do trade backs. And the last type of trade backs is whenever you haven't agreed beforehand and you get called a scammer because, say, the person wants the item back. Now, this one has been happening to many people, and I wanted to go over it and say if both of you didn't agree beforehand, then if you ask for it after, the person technically owns the items. Both of you own the items now because there is no trade backs, agreed to in the beginning. So I kind of hope this cleared things up for you guys, and I'm sorry this video is a little bit short, but my schedule is kind of getting a little bit foggy yet again, especially with dance classes like I said, but I'm going to try to be posting daily like I promised for you guys more and more. As you can see, my schedule, I've really been trying to pick that up over the past few days if you've noticed. So I hope this video cleared things up, and just to let you know, is not trading back scamming. It would be if you both agreed beforehand, but it wouldn't be if it's not agreed to beforehand. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next time. Peace out!